Hey Aquarius, rising, sun, and moon. Let's get into your August horoscope. August is relationships. August is about revealing truth. It's about this ruthless truth, Aquarius. To be honest with you, you're not here to entertain weak people. You're not here to entertain weak ties. You're not here to entertain these weak connections. You're not surface leveling anymore. You're not playing surface level roles anymore. The universe is truly asking you, do these partnerships actually match your power? Do the people that have entanglement with actually level up to being in your presence? On August 6th, Mars is going to be entering into Libra in your natal ninth house of belief, publishing, your higher self, education, and you are fired up about the truth. You're fired up about justice. You are fired up about your vision. Mars here wants to really cut away these old ties that we have with, that you have with, believing things that are not, like old digmas, right? Old belief systems, whether they are internally, whether they're publicly. You can expect to have these debates around like what's right, what's real, what you believe, what you deserve, versus what you've been taught. You can have this surge of energy to write, to speak, to say something. You can be angry at systems that have limit power, limit freedom, limit expression, limit this, authentic nature of others. This can also show up as this temptation to really force your truth. There can be frictions or delays that have to do with schooling, that have to do with, traveling things that you need, annoyances with like luggage or not having the right passport, visas for getting it, even publishing delays. And I think this is where you start to realize that if my message isn't destructive, it's not very honest. And the reason why you believe this, Mars is going to be a couple days later on August 9th, Mars is going to be opposing Saturn and Neptune in Aries. And this is happening in your ninth house to your third house. And the battle is with the big picture, of clarity and the daily confusion. You may feel frustrated with like miscommunication, mixed signals. You can be exhausted mentally. There's a mental overload. You can be stuck between saying too much and staying silent. Saturn and the third is asking you, hey, you need to slow down and focus. Neptune is like trying to feel through the fog, feel through the mental confusion. And Mars is saying, say it anyway. And you better make sure that it counts. You can't fake conviction, Aquarius. You actually have to live it. And so on the 9th as well, there's going to be a full moon in your sign, in your first house, the house of the body, the house of your will, your power, your confidence. And a version of you is expiring. This a version of you is definitely ending publicly, internally, and this is with no apology. A look could be ending, a label, some role that you could have played is definitely ready to drop and fall off. There's a bold reintroduction of yourself or realization. There's an emotional release around being seen. There's a detachment from a part of yourself that is you're no longer willing to play Aquarius, and you're just letting go of who you thought you had to be. And this is not really a reinvention of who you are. This is a return back to who you are, Aquarius. On August 11th, Mercury is going to be going direct in Leo. And Mercury has been in retrograde, in your natal seventh house, so it's been causing confusion. And now that it's going direct, in the house of relationships, partnerships, commitments, and other people, this is now the misunderstandings become more clearer. The like ghosts could reappear, like things that you've talked about before, that kind of just got swept under the rug. You're not being confused about anymore. You're able to communicate them clearly, or they're able to be communicated clearly. You can expect a conversation that really changes everything. You can expect a romantic clarity. You can expect this contract of clarity. You can expect a decision about whether you're in or you're out, or you're not doing it, or you are. And you have to choose to say it with your whole chest. You know what I'm saying? You have to choose to say it or don't say anything at all. especially if you don't, mean an Aquarius. On August 12th, Venus is going to be conjuncting Jupiter in Cancer, and this is going to happen in your natal sixth house of your health, of your daily activity. And there's beauty in this routine here. You're picking up beauty, but only if it's sacred. It's sacred beauty. You're being offered an expansion, you're being offered support, you're being offered things that feel like they're divine timing, or unexpected help. There can be grace in your day-to-day activity, but you have to claim it. There can be a job, a client, breakthrough, or job breakthrough. There can be these new self-care routines that actually stick. But on the other side, definitely be cautious of this overcommitment to please, or this expecting ease without comfort. Blessings really do come here, but through devotion, not fantasy, Aquarius. On August 22nd, the sun is going to be entering into Virgo in your natal eighth house. And, this is a house of intimacy, trust, power, your shadows, what's underneath the surface. And this is definitely about energetic exchange. What are you giving? What are you receiving, Aquarius? And now, the light really shines on your money stories, your shared resources stories, your trust issues, your emotional contracts. You want to go deep, or you want them to leave you alone. It's like, go deep or go home, go away, if it's not going to go energetically deep. I feel you, Aquarius. So also, you're going on August 23rd, there's going to be a new moon in Virgo in the eighth house, and this is going to be a powerful portal that you are beginning a new financial healing journey. You could be merging resources, or you could be building joint investments. You could be setting this clear angelic boundary when it comes to sex, when it comes to money, when it comes to trust, when it comes to your emotion. Not every entanglement involves your, like, needs your energy or deserves your energy. You have to choose with discernment, Aquarius. On August 25th, Venus is going to be moving into Leo, which is your seventh house, right? The house of other people, mirrors, partnerships, contracts, exes. And this is a relationship glow up in some type of way. Either you're magnetic, you're admired, very much is in demand. And I feel like Venus says here, you either love me for real or you don't love me at all. And you make that choice. There can be relationship blow ups, there can be business deal that finally feel right. There could be a reminder that you're the effing prize and you're not negotiating that, especially if you treat others how you want to be treated, right? Or you're giving energetically, and they should be giving the same energetic frequency back to you. Not the same, even more. Should feel lucky to be with you, Aquarius. I think that August really asks is, are these commitments, are any commitments or obligation, or not even obligations, but do they feel like obligations, or are they the truth? Is it rooted in truth, or does it feel like an obligation? Are your relationships mirrors? Like, is it showing you your worth, or is it distracting you from it? You definitely have grown, right? And you deserve to experience some type of golden love. You deserve sacred honesty. You deserve, like, this emotional sovereignty, especially with receipts. Like, it has to actually mean something, and the spotlight is definitely on your connections, and what you allow now echoes into everything that comes next. And no more half asses, no more half yeses. This is you embodying only full body truth, Aquarius. Please. And you will definitely. So that's all I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, Aquarius.